Dana, thanks so much for the chance to sit together today. I really appreciate it. Could you begin by introducing yourself?
Dana Mitchell. Live here on the reservation, Pleasant Point, Zubai, in Perry, Maine. We're in the amphitheater of our new school to hopefully be moving into this fall. It's been a while coming. Just finishing my 33rd year. Teachers Rafferty School.
When the MLTI began, the change went from access to a few devices, shared machine, to one-to-one.
Yes.
What kind I'm not going to ask, did that make a difference? You and I both know it did. What difference did it make that it went to one-to-one for those 7th and then the 7th and 8th graders?
Well, there was, of course, the access for the students. Well, one of the things early on was there was some professional development. You were involved with it.
Yep.
We went over to Nova Scotia. There was
Yep.
an invitation over to Acadia University, and we took a couple students. It's funny because this summer I was talking to one of the students, Jody, who was with us, and she has 2 kids that are in school now, and. I said, do you remember going to a game? She says, it's funny, Mr. Mitchell. She said, I was looking through my stuff, and she's moved quite a bit. And she says, I still have the disc that we made up there and a couple other things. She said, those are kind of special to her. You know, and it just kind of tickled me of all the things that, you know.
In a young person's life.
Right, well, who would think? And she said, I really enjoyed that. But on the adult piece, we had 2 teachers, Rhonda and Thea Burrow. And Thea was our art teacher at the time, and she was just a dynamic gal. When this happened, she was able to quickly research and grab aspects of her art teachings, from traditional art teaching to tying in with the culture, so much faster, and she was so taken with it that she utilized it so much. So like the kids' devices, sometimes they'd come in, the bags would have paint on them and stuff, but she was expanding what she was doing from the exposure that the MLTI PE did.
How has the technology supported that cultural growth, and specifically the fact that it's one-to-one?
So remember my experiment pre-MLTI with language.
Yes. That you were so close to before the roof leaked.
It actually caved in.
Caved in.
Room, yeah,
Whole
covered
roof.
everything.
Covered everything.
It was one of those open the door, whoa! So I had mentioned earlier our Passamaquoddy teachers, cultural and language teachers at the school, K8, Barbara Dorr and Shauna McKeldin. So it's aunt and niece. And I had Shauna as a student years ago, and that would have been pre-MLTI. But some of the things that the technology has done for the language is, within the last few years, they've had some training in using pictorial representations of the language, and so they can, either through the iPad or through the Macs, they can more integrate the oral traditions of the language.